package. But guess what? There'll be another team who's probably number one in the West this year, OKC, that has a ton of draft picks and capital and young talent that they'd be able to offer to beat any trade that maybe the Warriors and Lakers are going after. But neither of these teams right now are there. I just think they have the infrastructure to get into the conversation. And we'll have to see what you mentioned. Obviously, Rob Pelinka needs to mind his P's and Q's. He's on the clock. That applies to Mike Dunleavy.
As a basketball fan, I'm going to give it a 50% percentage chance that we could see LeBron and Steph team up. I'm not saying it's going to be this year, but again, going back to Olympics, we saw how much joy those two had together for us playing with one another. We saw, in the Olympics, relationships happen, right? And I just feel like keeping a close eye on the Golden State Warriors and the Lakers and how their season and what happens throughout the course of their season, I'm telling you, off-season could get very interesting when it comes down to these two powerful.
In the high-stakes arena of the NBA, where legacies are carved in stone and the balance of power shifts with every major move, the prospect of Steph Curry joining the Los Angeles Lakers to play alongside LeBron James is sending shockwaves through the sports world. This isn't just another off-season rumor, it's a possibility that is gaining serious traction, with some insiders now suggesting there's a 60% chance that this blockbuster move could happen. Imagine the seismic impact of such a union two of the greatest players in the history of the game joining forces to form an unstoppable duo that could dominate the league for years to come. From the moment whispers of this potential partnership began circulating, the NBA has been thrown into a state of heightened anticipation, mixed with a sense of impending doom for the rest of the league. The idea of Curry, the greatest shooter the game has ever seen, teaming up with LeBron, the most versatile and dominant player of his generation, is enough to strike fear into the hearts of every other team. This is not just about winning games, this is about creating a dynasty, about cementing a legacy that would be unparalleled in the annals of sports history. Let's be clear, the possibility of Curry leaving the Golden State Warriors, the team that he has led to multiple championships, to join the Lakers, is not something to be taken lightly. For years, Curry has been the face of the Warriors, the cornerstone of their success. His loyalty to the franchise has been unwavering, and his connection with the Bay Area is deep. But as the Warriors face an uncertain future, with key players leaving and the team struggling to recapture its former glory, Curry is reportedly considering his options. The Lakers, on the other hand, are a team on the cusp of greatness, but missing that one crucial piece to put them over the top. Despite LeBron James' brilliance and Anthony Davis' dominance, the Lakers have struggled with consistency and depth, leading to early playoff exits that have left fans and analysts alike questioning whether this team has what it takes to win another championship. The addition of Curry could be the game changer they need, the spark that ignites a new era of Lakers dominance. But before we delve into the potential future, let's examine how we arrived at this pivotal moment. The 2024 NBA season has been a roller coaster of emotions for both the Lakers and the Warriors. The Lakers, despite their star power, have faced numerous challenges, from injuries to key players to a lack of cohesion on the court. Their offseason moves, while promising, have not been enough to propel them back to the top of the Western Conference. Hiring J.J. Redick as their new head coach and bringing in young talents like Dalton Knecht and Bronny James are steps in the right direction, but they're not enough to transform the Lakers into a championship caliber team. The Warriors, meanwhile, are at a crossroads. The departure of Klay Thompson to the Dallas Mavericks has left a void that no other player can fill, not even Steph Curry. The once mighty Warriors, who dominated the league with their revolutionary style of play, are now struggling to find their identity. The addition of veterans like Buddy Hield, DeAnthony Melton, and Kyle Anderson has done little to alleviate concerns about the team's future. For Curry, who has always been driven by a desire to win at the highest level, the prospect of another season of mediocrity may be too much to bear. This is where the possibility of Curry joining the Lakers comes into play. According to sources close to the situation, Curry is seriously considering the move, with some even suggesting that there's a 60% chance that it will happen. For the Lakers, this would be a dream come true, a chance to add one of the greatest players of all time to a roster already stacked with talent. For Curry, it's an opportunity to compete for championships alongside a player who shares his drive and determination. The chemistry between LeBron and Curry is undeniable. We saw it on full display during the 2024 Olympics, where they led Team USA to a gold medal with ease. Their on-court synergy, their ability to elevate each other's games, was a sight to behold. LeBron with his unparalleled vision and basketball IQ, and Curry with his otherworldly shooting ability created a combination that was nearly impossible to defend. It's a partnership that could redefine what it means to play winning basketball in the NBA. But the road to making this dream a reality is fraught with challenges. The Warriors are not going to let go of Curry without a fight. He is the face of their franchise, the player who brought them from the depths of mediocrity to the pinnacle of the NBA. Trading him would be a decision that shakes the very foundation of the organization, but in the ruthless world of professional sports, sentimentality often takes a backseat to pragmatism. If the Warriors believe that trading Curry could set them up for future success, they might just pull the trigger. Then there's the financial aspect. The Lakers would need to put together a trade package that not only entices the Warriors, but also fits within the salary cap. This could mean parting with key pieces, potentially weakening their depth and leaving them vulnerable in the event of injuries. The stakes are incredibly high, and the margin for error is razor thin. But the potential rewards, the rewards could be immeasurable. Imagine a world where LeBron and Curry share the court, where every game is a must-see event, where the Lakers become the team to beat, not just for a season, but for an entire era. Together, they could create something truly historic, something that will be talked about for decades. Yet, with great power comes great responsibility. The pressure on both players would be immense. Anything less than a championship would be seen as a failure, a blemish on their otherwise spotless careers. The scrutiny would be unrelenting, the expectations almost impossible to meet. But if there's anyone who can handle that kind of pressure, it's LeBron James and Steph Curry. As we stand on the precipice of this potential blockbuster move, the rest of the NBA is watching with bated breath. The implications of this trade would ripple across the league, affecting every team, every player, every fan. The balance of power in the Western Conference, and indeed the entire NBA, would shift dramatically. Teams that have spent years building rosters to compete with the Lakers and Warriors would suddenly find themselves outgunned, scrambling to make moves just to keep up. For the Warriors, the loss of Curry would be a devastating blow. He's not just their best player, he's their identity, their heart and soul. His departure would leave a void that no other player could fill, and the Warriors would be left to pick up the pieces of what was once a proud and successful franchise. For the Lakers, the addition of Curry would be a game changer, the kind of move that could secure their place in the history books, but it would also come with its own set of challenges. Could Curry adjust to playing in a new system, with new teammates in a city that demands nothing less than perfection? Could LeBron, who has already changed teams multiple times in his career, make one more transition and still maintain his dominance? And what about Anthony Davis? How would he fit into this new dynamic, and would he be willing to take a backseat to accommodate Curry's arrival? These are the questions that need to be answered, the challenges that need to be overcome if this partnership is to become a reality. But for LeBron and Curry, the chance to create something truly special, to dominate the league in a way that no team has before, might just be worth the risk. As the rumors continue to swirl and the speculation intensifies, one thing is clear: the future of the NBA hangs in the balance. This is a story that will be remembered for years to come. A story that has the potential to change everything we know about the game. The countdown has begun, and soon we'll know whether this blockbuster trade will become a reality. So what happens next? The ball is in the Lakers' court, and they have some tough decisions to make. Do they go all in on Curry, risking everything in a bid to create the ultimate super team? Or do they play it safe, sticking with their current roster and hoping that LeBron and Davis can lead them to another championship? The Warriors, too, have a decision to make. Do they hold on to Curry, betting on their ability to build around him and compete for another title? Or do they take the Lakers' offer, trading their franchise player for a chance to rebuild and retool for the future? And then there's Curry himself. What does he want? Does he stay loyal to the Warriors, the team that drafted him, the team that he brought to glory? Or does he take the plunge, joining forces with LeBron in a move that could redefine his career and his legacy? These are not easy questions, and the answers will have far-reaching implications for the NBA. One thing is certain, though, whatever happens, this will be one of the most dramatic, game-changing moments in the history of the league. The NBA has always been a league defined by its superstars, by the players who rise above the rest to achieve greatness. LeBron James and Steph Curry are two of those players, and the thought of them joining forces is nothing short of electrifying. This potential partnership has the power to change everything we know about the game, to create a team so powerful that it redefines what it means to be great in the NBA. But with great power comes great responsibility, and the pressure on both players would be immense. The risks are high, the stakes even higher. But for LeBron and Curry, the rewards could be worth it. Together, they could create a legacy that stands the test of time, a legacy that cements their place as two of the greatest to ever play the game. As the rumors continue to swirl and the speculation intensifies, all eyes will be on Los Angeles and San Francisco. The countdown has begun, and soon we'll know whether this blockbuster trade will become a reality. Will the Lakers pull off the impossible? Will Curry join forces with LeBron to create the most formidable duo in NBA history? Or will the Warriors hold firm, keeping their franchise player and forcing the Lakers to find another way to stay competitive? One thing is for sure, whatever happens, this is a story that will be remembered for years to come. The future of the NBA hangs in the balance, and we are about to witness one of the most exciting, dramatic, and game-changing moments in the history of the sport. Stay tuned, because this is a ride you won't want to miss.